This is my 1987 Toyota Supra. It's not pretty whatsoever, but it's gonna be a pretty fun project. This car was originally from New Jersey, and then it spent 13 years of its life here in Ohio, sitting in this guy's front yard in his driveway on concrete. Goal with this car is to, in the spring, obviously give it a nice fresh black paint job, because the past 13 years and being wrapped all in carbon fiber is not helping this at all. This carbon wrap has been baked into this paint over the past 13 years. And then the guy also told me that the front fenders, both fenders, were dented in. So that's why this fender and that fender are both red. Then this door is also red because when this fender got dented in, he opened the door and then it dented the door in. So 3 body panels are aftermarket, the rest all seems to be factory. Now this is a pre-facelift car, so it's got some pretty ugly taillights. So that's one thing that's gonna get swapped out from a facelift car. Obviously the past owner has done a little bit of things to it. It's got Volk GTN wheels on it, along with, it's got some Sparco racing seats, and this is a 5-speed manual 7M GE, so it is the naturally aspirated motor. Plans with this is to probably take a 1JZ GE out of a, you know, Lexus SC300, IS300, GS300, like all those Lexuses from the early 2000s. Take one of those naturally aspirated 2JZs, throw some rods in it, some pistons, and do a GTE conversion and throw that in here to get rid of the 7M, which I'm not entirely against. I'll probably get it going, drive it for, you know, next summer while I'm building the 2JZ, and just have fun with the 7M at the meantime. The owner did also give me a ton of parts to go with this. It's got an aftermarket exhaust in it. It's got a bunch of extra harnesses. It came with an extra bucket seat, a bunch of different miscellaneous trim panels, stuff like that to get this car back to its original state. Without further ado, I'm just gonna kind of take the camera and walk you guys around it and show you a little bit more up close. All right, these are the Volk wheels that the previous owner put on. These wheels are staying, but they're, as you can see, they obviously need some work here to get them back to their original state. Obviously needs brakes all the way around, and a bunch of other things will most likely come in the future as well. Interior door panels, pretty good. The only spec on this one is just this spot right here, but honestly that's extremely small compared to the rest of the car. It's got a Momo tuner steering wheel. Carpets all around are pretty decent. It's got Sparco racing seats. These are supposed to be black, but over the past 13 years, they've kind of worn down a little bit. There is a turbo spoiler in here that the previous owner bought for it. And then as you can see, this car has 116,000 miles on it. So it's pretty low mileage for the year. Along with, it's gonna end up needing a dash, just like every single 80s Toyota. We come around to the back here. We've got the taillights that are going to end up getting replaced with facelift taillights at some point in the future. You can see it's got sandable primer pretty much everywhere. And then the previous owner also did a third wiper delete. So that's gonna get added back. And then here is the stockpile of all the extra parts for this car. Got a short shifter in here, 2 blow-off valves down there. This is for a turbo 7M intake, extra light bulb, a bunch of extra trim panels and pieces. There's the exhaust that he had for the car. The exhaust is an Apexi exhaust. It's very good condition. Not too sure how this sounds, but if it sounds good, I mean, I'll probably end up throwing it on. But it also has to look right on the car, and I'm not sure if this is gonna look right it might being an 80s Japanese car, but it also might not. So, and then there's a few other miscellaneous parts in here along with some padding for the seats. There's extra Sparco harnesses, looks like brand new. And then I believe these are the factory, yeah, these are the factory seat belts for the front. This is a 7M gasket set, along with some more gaskets as well in this box. These front molding pieces for right in front of the wheels, those are what's missing on the car at the moment, but I do have them, and those are these parts right here to make that look nice and finished again. But really the only reason I bought this car is because it has zero rust on it, like at all. Like this car is pretty much rust free. This is underneath. Like this car, that's the reason I bought this car really. This door panel all looks good. We've got the Sparco seats here. And we've got a mousetrap just down here just in case. Always be better than safe than sorry. That turbo spoiler. I'll throw a picture on the screen up of what that would look like. JVC double din. And then I will end up needing to get some more controls because these are all worn out. But yeah, that is the car. Definitely needs a retint as well. Moving back up front here. This is the front end. You can see it definitely needs a paint job. He put in these smoked turn signal reflectors instead of the orange ones. I do have the orange ones, but I'll probably get a set of clear possibly. I think after I paint it, I'm gonna throw these back in, see how these look, and then maybe buy a set of clear and see if I like those more, or just stick with the orange. But yep, this is it. The only evidence of animals inside of this engine bay is just up top here. Everything else looks good. Hopefully none of this stuff has been chewed up. Doesn't look like it. I haven't seen any evidence or anything of it, but this is the 7M. Needs cleaned up, but yeah. So yeah, this is my 1987 Toyota Supra. If you want to follow along and watch the progress that I make on the car and watch the transformation and the build of this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you'd like. Just so I know you guys like seeing this and like or would like to see more videos on it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where hopefully I get most of this carbon fiber wrap off the car and start working on the engine a little bit. So thank you.